I'm Robert Evans. I've started a podcast. I can't go back now. It's probably a terrible mistake. Here to make a terrible mistake with me.
What about starting 3 podcasts?
I have started at least 3 podcasts just with atonal screeching.
Robert, we're at 6.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Generous.
It's a lot. Jamie Loftus, how are you doing today? Welcome to Behind the Bastards podcast.
Thanks.
Bad people. Talk about them.
You're doing great.
After the last episode, I think I've reached a low simmering numbness, which I intend to spin in my favor.
Numbness is really my only goal here. I don't want to make people better. I just want to make them numb.
I'm also simmering, but that's just because my apartment is ungodly hot.
Very hot.
It's pretty, though.
It's very
You know
pretty.
what else is hot?
Plants live. Are you going to bring up the knife again?
This is a new
You're
one.
peacocking. We haven't hit a minute.
Look at that.
And
Curtis Holland.
Neil.
Very nice knives.
nope.
Jamie.
Nice knives. Yeah.
Jamie,
Yes.
I'm just going to gesture with this
Just
knife.
flick the. I hope you break your computer.
It would be worth it because at least I'd be holding a knife, Jamie.
There you
Speaking of holding a knife, you know what's holding a knife to all of our collective throats? Misogyny.
Capitalism?
Misogyny and capitalism.
Oh, okay.
A lot of knives on our collective throats. Jamie, we talked about the manosphere, which was really just groundwork. I wanted to talk about the Sigma male. Now, I mentioned that thread that Lily put up in the first episode. It kind of started me down this path, deciding we need to do a manosphere episode because the Sigma male stuff is also ridiculous. And in that post of theirs was a book called The Sigma Male. There's actually more than one that had a man in a suit with a sword on it. Now that's called The Sigma Male: What Women Want.
Wow, like the Mel Gibson movie?
What? That's a movie?
Yeah.
What Women Want?
Oh, no. Yes. What Women Want the movie, but not the Sigma Male the movie. Yes.
No. Although I'm sure Mel Gibson would be down to participate in that as well.
It's so that book was written by Dr. John T. Alexander, who bills himself as a relationship expert. And he authored the book The Sigma Male and also maintains the Tumblr sigmamale.tumblr.com. You want to guess what kind of Dr. John Alexander the relationship expert is? Gotta be psychiatry or something, right?
Say,
sociology, maybe.
No, I'm gonna say he's a podiatrist.
He's a plastic surgeon.
No. Okay, that's funny. But wait until I find out more about his views. Then I won't be
very
laughing.
Funny.
I bet.
His book is not available on Kindle. It's only in text and it's sold out. So we have to go to his Tumblr. We will be getting into a book, but his Tumblr gives us some ideas about the kind of...
I'm there. Whoa, there's a pop-up. There's a pop-up that says, the destructive effects of self-pity. Self-pity is easily the most destructive of the non-pharmaceutical narcotics. It is addictive, gives momentary pleasure, and separates the victim from reality. Don't be a victim. sigmamale.com.
Amazing. Yeah,
Iconic.
My favorite post on there is, where are all the strong men? And he's critiquing at length a commercial for the Navy.
Not reading that Tumblr.
Oh no, we're going right into this. He's critiquing at length a commercial for the Navy Federal Credit Union.
Yes, I'm looking at that right now. What is she smiling about?
It's not a strong man. And it's another one of these commercials, right? We've seen this in commercials and in like a bunch of every sitcom. Like it's a commercial where like some male soldier has done something dumb and a female soldier is dealing with the problem, right? Like it's the basis of like half of every sitcom episode and the entirety of Everybody Loves Raymond, right? We all know. Yeah. We all know this
trope is old as time.
Yeah. Our plastic surgeon friend is very angry about this. I've written extensively about this modern trend in advertising. So what else can I say? We'll answer this question. What would happen if the same ad aired with the roles reversed? Imagine Campbell looking fit in his sharp military gear, talking about the failings of some inept, dumpy woman. Guess who'd get left in the garage after that commercial? Feminist outrage? You'd better believe it.
I hate
it's
this.
All very funny.
I hate this so much already. I'm already doing this holding
this
myself position.
Among other things, it's kind of a tired trope. You know what else is a tired trope? the male action movie hero who saves the woman in distress who has no agency other than to be a victim, that is still roughly 40% of Hollywood's gross income.
Right.
Like,
yeah, and they're mostly
why are you whining about
stories
this?
written by men. This Tumblr kind of reminds me of, have you ever been on like those male inspiration like Instagram pages?
Yes.
That it's like called like success.tips, but they're all Joker memes being like, if my wife was dead, I would have health insurance. Like just truly, that's a direct quote. No, I'm kidding. But like those success tip, I don't know. I feel like there is a little bit of this mentality that has mutated over the years, and now they don't go strictly under misogynist names. Sometimes they're like, we don't want to kill women. We just want success.
Yeah.
And you're like,
it's the whole, you get the gamut from the men's liberation to the men's rights to the MGTOW to the
Stop
incels,
doing
right?
this.
What?
I feel like you're trying to hypnotize us. You're like waving your knife back and forth.
I'm waving a knife. It's my symbol of masculinity.
Stop it.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck that shit and stop it. Stop it.
Are you that's not Sigma. I mean, or maybe that is Sigma behavior.
Maybe it is Sigma behavior.
What is Sigma behavior
I don't know.
besides
what would
telling everyone you're a
Keanu Reeves
Sigma?
do in that one movie where he does nothing but shoot people? I mean, I'm sure he used a knife at some point. He had to have stabbed at least a couple of them.
I mean, I still haven't seen a John Wick. I haven't, and that's my truth.
It's not Keanu's best moment.
A John Wick.
A John Wick.
I did not know there was more than one. So
the plural is John's Wick.
John.
So, John, this shitty Dr. John Alexander's Sigma Male blog is pretty dumb, but it's also like, it's not really hardcore manosphere stuff. Like one of the, like it's bad relationship advice. One of them is not always even all that bad. Like one of them is, are you ignoring your spouse's small dragons? Where he talks about like men not taking the dragons or like the difficulties in your life, and men don't take women's problems seriously, and like you should take your spouse's problems seriously, which is like not bad advice. That's not super toxic. It's framed in a dumb way, but it's not like, yeah, you shouldn't be shitty when somebody else is having a problem.
He also invokes the name of Bill Cosby on the first page of the website.
He sure does invoke Bill Cosby. And does not invoke the fact that Cosby is a serial rapist.
No. I mean, that would not be Sigma behavior to hold other men accountable for their crimes. But I do, it does kind of look a little like misogynist leaning. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, like super, super binary thinking. Is it kind of along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like. And it's pretty boring and honestly not all that offensive, which was why it's not what we're going to read today, Jamie. I have picked, thankfully, I found another book about Sigma males. I know you were worried there for a second. For just a moment there, you were like, are we not going to get the hot Sigma action that I crave? Don't worry, Jamie.
This Tumblr doesn't want me dead. It just wants me yelled at.
Yeah.
I need more.
Yeah, you need more. You need the Sigma Male Codex, Rules for the Sigma Male by Daniel Jones. And Jamie, I'm going to ask you to Google just the words, the Sigma Male Codex, so you can get that cover, because I need you to see the cover.
Codex. I want to be on whatever list that comes up. Okay. The Sigma Male of course, it's all caps too. The Sigma Male Codex. Okay, is this the?
Are we talking about?
I'm saying, there's a wolf.
There's two versions.
Wolves. There's two wolves.
I see two versions. Both are like Twilight set adjacent.
They do kind of look like Twilight posters, and then
those two versions. There's a sequel, of course. You can't possibly say everything that needs to be said about the Sigma Male in one codex. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, a single codex is never going to do. Wow, they really do have like Team Jacob imagery on the front of the Sigma Male codex.
Just a couple of wolves.
Wow.
Which is also funny because the Sigma Male is supposed to be the loner, but you have two wolves on there. Anyway.
So many questions.
You're overthinking it.
Oh, Jamie. I just pulled right into, this isn't very long. We could get through this whole book. We might just read the whole damn thing. I just opened to the introduction, and Jamie, I'm just going to start reading. Okay?
Okay, good. Yes.
If you are reading this, then this, if you are reading this, then it means that you are very intelligent and in search of knowledge. And if you are reading this and you are not in search of knowledge, you will have it by the time you are done. That's one sentence.
Congratulations, King. You can read. Now get ready for your life to fucking change.
So I know what you are saying. And he uses quotations here wrong. He has the first quotation mark at the end of saying and then a space with the actual quote that's supposed to be in quotations. No proofreading went into this. So I know what you are saying. What exactly is a Sigma male?
That was what I was saying.
That is what you were saying. Well, the Sigma male by definition is a man who does not think or act like everyone else. Where the alpha male always wants to be seen, the Sigma male keeps a low profile as not to draw attention to himself, Also, the Sigma male is the most valued prize amongst women because unlike the alpha male, the Sigma male makes no effort to chase women. Rather, he catches women with his intellect. One sentence.
So, are you telling me that the Sigma male is not like the other boys? I'm not like the other boys. I can't write a sentence.
But I catch women with my intellect. Women are drawn to me by my inability to use periods or commas or semicolons. It's like the opposite of Ben Shapiro.
God, I'm just shaking my fist at the sky.
Oh no, the next sentence. I am a Sigma male, and it took me a long time to come to that realization. I knew that an alpha male because I had no desire to chase every woman that I saw, and I knew that I wasn't a beta male because they don't believe that they can get a woman. So I had to fall somewhere in between, which brought me to the concept of the Sigma male. It made perfect sense. I am educated and quiet, and I am constantly analyzing everything around me.
He sounds like every dude I went to college with that was like, I'm an ENFSJPQR.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
If nothing else, this should convince you that you too can get a book published on Amazon. It takes literally nothing.
It takes nothing but sheer willpower and word count.
I mean, this is just 23 pages. So.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, the Sigma Male Codex is not a long book.
Let's do this. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It became very apparent to me that because I was a Sigma male and my tolerance level for ignorance and foolishness was about as thin as pizza crust. And then one day a light bulb went off in my head. Why not write about my experience as a Sigma male, a code, if you will, and share it with others who may be Sigma males. And even if they are not, it can still be a useful tool in identifying a Sigma male, which brings me to the Sigma Male Codex, a list of codes and rules that govern the Sigma male from the time he gets up till the time that he goes to bed.
Sigma male, Robert?
Yeah, are you able to do a word search up top to tell us how many times it's in there?
It only took a second to buffer, yeah. Because the book's very short. 265 matches.
No, in 23 pages?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm
very
I don't want to
happy.
live here anymore.
I just picked up Anderson because I needed emotional support.
Yeah.
I just went into labor and I'm not even pregnant.
Yeah, I think that by the time we're done reading this,
I'm going to give birth during this. This is horrible.
I might become a virgin again. I don't know how this book is going to affect me. Spontaneous
All my holes
pregnancies
are going
for
to
some,
seal.
re-virginization for others. It's quite powerful.
I'm going to Kegel so hard my holes close. This is so horrifying. Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. When it's all laid out and done, I think you will find this to be a very interesting read. Indeed, never let anyone tell you that the Sigma male is not a high-valued prize. Quite the opposite. He is more valuable than a pot of gold, and if this book is his Bible, then the Codex shall be his gospel. Wait, what? The book and the Codex are the same thing.
Wait.
Okay.
It's horrible writing. Yeah.
He's just not a good writer.
It's so bad that you can't really comprehend what he's trying to attempt to
I think we're going to have to look through this a bit, and then we're going to have to pull up that video where it talks about how Keanu Reeves is the Sigma male to really get a full understanding of the Sigma male.
Yeah, I think that will really put things into sharp focus.
Finally we'll understand. But first, he's listing the codex numbers, which I don't think this guy knows what a codex is.
Is it really like a number?
Codex number 1, codex number 2, codex number 3, codex number 4. Yes,
wow,
Jamie.
It's like national treasure.
He does not know what a codex is.
That's exciting.
Codex number 1. The Sigma
so he
male
just means a numbered list. When he says
it's
codex,
just
he means a numbered list.
But each of the numbers is a codex because he doesn't know that a codex is just like another word for book, basically.
I think that he is. Like, I think he should bravely join me in not knowing what a codex is, loud and proud.
The Sigma male reads, which means he is obsessed with educating himself and gaining knowledge and wisdom. There's no period at the end of that sentence because this guy doesn't read enough. You know, this man takes pride in his writing, and that is the saddest thing. There's no periods at the end of any of these sentences.
What is ending it?
Nothing. It just stops, and then it's the next codex number.
Well, maybe if you were a little more Sigma, he would. Maybe it's like a whistle
Sigma
only
enough.
a dog can hear. It's a dog whistle. It's a man period.
It's a man period. A myriad.
Only real Sigmas can see a period.
I'm okay. Anderson's looking at me like, it's okay, Mom. It's okay.
Anderson's got some strong
okay.
Sigma energy right now.
I'm okay. It's just a bad book.
Okay.
Oh boy, now I'm
you.
starting to feel bad for this guy.
It's not like a book like this could hurt anyone.
Because codex
right?
number 2 is, I don't know that this could. We may have erred in the wrong direction here. This kid's seeming sadder and sadder to me the further we get. Because codex number 2 is the Sigma male is very quiet. He is always analyzing and overanalyzing everything. I think this is a neurotic young kid who ran into some weird MRA stuff online and is processing it in a very dumb way.
This is so, it's so, because it's like, there's a lot of quiet kids of every gender. This doesn't justify the codex.
Codex number 3 is like how the Sigma male deals with women differently from the alpha male because the alpha believes he has to chase every woman, but the Sigma male understands that when you chase someone, it implies they are running from you. And at the end of the day, the goal is to get the individual to run to you, which is like on a pathway towards a less toxic kind of thinking. Even though it's not there. Yeah, like
I like the part where he's not chasing people.
Yeah,
I think that should be encouraged, is not chasing people around. But getting angry at people for not running to you, I don't know.
The Sigma male is the most powerful man in the room because he is the quietest man in the room. No, buddy. When the Sigma male, I'm feeling bad for this kid now. We may have to pick a different thing to read. I don't. Let's roll to the end and see if we can find something out about him. Nope.
What's the
Jesus? There are so many codexes. There's 147 of these.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Hold on.
This is a sad thing. There's many
This
of
is
them.
very sad. Jesus.
And should we take a quick little addy break while we try to figure out?
Yeah, let's take an ad
if there's
break.
anything not sad.
Let's take an ad break and let's refocus here. I have to look at, oh dear God. Okay, so I found this kid's Amazon author page. Let's talk about that for just a second before we go to ads.
Okay.
There's the Sigma Male Codex, Rules for the Sigma Male. The Sigma Male Codex Volume 2. Which I guess is just more numbered things that a Sigma male ought to do. Then there's the Kemetic Codex, which the description is best-selling author Daniel Jones. I don't think that's true. With his controversial new book, The Kemetic. Okay. Written as a survival guide for melanated people worldwide, this book explores the secret history of racism and its effects on Black people. Among the topics explored in the book are the origins of the word racism, the origins of the Ku Klux Klan, the origins of modern-day policing in the United States of America, the origins of gang violence in Black communities, the origins of the Karens of the world, and the origins of Dracula. Yes, you read that correctly. Also, and there's a short story, Captain Racial Slur. I don't know what's going on with this kid.
He spells Daniel wrong, first of all.
Yeah, he sure does.
I'm also seeing that there's a writer named Danelle Jones.
Danelle, yeah, Dannell?
Just Danell, but she pops up when you look up Daniel Jones, and it must suck to be her.
Fair enough.
This is rough. We're gonna come back from ads and we're gonna regroup because I'm starting to have second thoughts about mocking this kid's work because I think there might be some real pain going on here.
Oh, God.
We're back.
We're back?
We're back.
Yeah.
Sorry for the genuine horror.
Where are you gonna go from here, buddy?
Man, I am.
What's your pivot?
I don't think this kid's super toxic. I think he's dealing with some shit and probably shouldn't be throwing it out in books under his real name because it's embarrassing. But like, kind of starting to feel sorry for him.
Seems like a quiet kid who needs to be have his
Yeah.
head turned in the right direction.
And it seems like he ingested some toxic masculinity ideas from the manosphere, but it also doesn't seem like he's motivated by hatred of women.
Fair.
What's he motivated by?
Well, let's
Not
see here.
using proper sentence structure?
Yeah, he's not good at sentences. Look, but there's stuff in here like Codex number 131. The Sigma male is suspicious of those who talk too much. Codex number 133.
I'm very
The Sigma male
suspicious.
understands that the only thing that separates a man from a monster is compassion. Yeah. I don't think this kid's a monster, and I don't want to make fun of him anymore. Interesting, fascinating little journey we had there.
Did we find out that we're actually the monsters?
I mean, he's a little bit. It's a pretty dumb book. Look, you write a dumb book, some people are going to look at it, but we're also mature enough adults to know when it's time to roll over to YouTube and watch something that will be easier to make fun of.
Let's choose the real battleground.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the battleground of YouTube. How should we play this?
Are you gonna you can put it in the chat, we can all watch it, and then Doug can add it in afterwards. Hi, Doug.
All right.
Hi, Doug.
I will
So
put
we should
the
just
link in
press
my
play at
notes.
the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting it in, and it's up to 194,000 views already.
Sick.
So, I think this is going to be a more fertile ground for us to dive into.
Okay.
I see the
All
link.
right, I'm
wanna
just
go?
getting through the ads. One sec.
Oh.
It's just an ad for WandaVision.
I don't want to hear about Monday.com. Sorry.
No one has ever wanted to hear about Monday.com unless they sponsor our show. In
Are
which
we going
case
to watch
they're the
this
only
entire thing? Because this is a lot.
It's just 8 minutes. We'll
Sigma
start and
male.
stop it. We'll see.
They're
We'll see
born
where it
to
takes
rebel.
us. We got another book we might dive into. This is all a learning process.
Ugh. All right.
All right.
We're
Are
doing
we ready?
great. We're doing great. Yes.
I'm starting.
Start.
I'm
How to
starting.
become a Sigma male, the rarest type of them
The
all.
rarest type of
Hello
them all.
guys, welcome back to Alpha Show, a
Oh, the
channel
Alpha
that will
Show.
completely change your life from negative to positive and make you the person you always wanted to be.
Okay.
After this video,
Giving
you will know
strong
where you
pickup
fall
artist
in the
vibes.
spectrum of male personality types.
I love these kinds
If
of
you're not
videos
already
where
a
they just
Sigma
have a
male, this
disembodied
video will show
hand
you
draw the most
practical
fucked up
steps
thing
to
you've ever seen in
becoming
your
one.
life.
Sigma males are a rare breed of men and are arguably the most appealing to the ladies. They are
Ladies!
quite different from the naturally dominant alpha males
Not
and
the
usually
ladies.
subservient beta
Oh, yeah,
males.
this is where we should
They're
be.
lone wolves who do not conform
This is
to
better.
the
Okay, we have a wolf.
We're
We have a wolf.
beta males.
Sigma men can dominate others, but would
They
prefer
can
not.
dominate.
Despite having
Prefer
the
not to.
credentials of a leader,
Oh, and they
they'll
are a
also
king.
not lobby for leadership
Oh,
positions.
wait, they're not a king.
They are cool and
Robert,
don't
I'm
brag
not
and
enjoying
boast like the
this.
alpha males. Nevertheless, their
I am.
silence should not be mistaken for weakness or shyness. But before we start with this video,
I've never seen a video where the graphics really made it more confusing to understand.
I'm
Oh,
so
they're already
confused.
doing an
It
ad.
is based on 3 different 30-day challenges and more very useful things that
So,
will
wait.
completely transform your
He's-
life.
he's-
This came out
both saying
last
that-
Includes
November,
complete
like
confidence mastery,
a week after
We have to-
election.
and
Okay,
Wait.
we have to pause because there's a lot going on screen. So where I've paused it, he's gone from saying that the Sigma male is the most desirable kind of male to women.
I'd like to
because
take
he's-
this to the comments because the top comment on this video is from Cosmic Klutz. Shout
Okay.
out to Cosmic Klutz. It says, fun fact, 1 in every 10 Sigma males have the potential to go one step higher and become Ligma male.
Robert, do we think it's a
People
coincidence
keep
that
falling
this
for it?
came out of when this dropped?
Yeah, November 11th, 2020.
2020. That was like a week post
Post-election, yeah.
I mean, we were probably, I don't remember if we might have still been counting votes then.
So this incredible video, this amazing video, goes from being like the Sigma male is the most desirable kind of male because unlike, the alpha, he's not obsessed with being in charge. He can dominate, but he doesn't have to. And that's why women like him the most. And it then goes to offering its new course, which is 30 days to alpha. The alpha show is going to teach you how to be an alpha male in 30 days. And this course includes 3 challenges to transforming your life. I think we're about to learn. But there's a lot going on the screen. Not only did they misspell the word transform, and they misspell the word confidence because it lists as parts of the course confidence mastery, but CONFIDENTS.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is...
And no fap mastery next.
I can't,
You learn how to be an alpha by not masturbating.
This is why anytime a comment section is like, why are women talking about astrology? I'm like, listen, there's bigger fish to fry, okay?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
How much?
All right.
That's my question.
I think we're about to learn. I'm going to unpause. I think he's about to write
complete life mastery.
Yeah, you're going to get complete life mastery by this.
Skyrocket your confidence by over 5 times. Master the power of nofap.
Master the power of nofap.
Become the alpha of your group. Check out the link in the description.
God.
Yeah, that was just an embedded ad.
Handful alpha male.
That
Every
was,
dude seriously wants to be.
I mean, it was seamless.
And there is the beta, delta, omega males
really
that are considered
horrified.
less manly to the dominant alphas in the hierarchy of male personality types. But have you heard about the excitingly mysterious Sigma males?
Excitingly mysterious Sigma male.
The drawings that are
run for their
happening
money.
make
So,
this more
who are they?
confusing.
Alpha
I'm about
males
3
with their
minutes in and
leadership
all of a sudden there's
qualities,
a
strong
tent.
confidence, and no-nonsense approach to life are the head of the
I like
pack.
that we've got the
Beta males are just
pyramid
content to take
imagery.
orders and fall into line. But personality psychology researchers...
I like that they're just drawing
there's a
ugly
guy with
vector
a
art.
door.
All right, we got to pause it at 209 because he's going through the hierarchy and he notes that excitingly, everyone had just thought it was alpha, beta, delta, omega, but personality researchers have discovered the exciting Sigma male. So this is a new we found a new man. New man just dropped, guys.
And this new man, the twist, he's got a personality, and it's making these videos. Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm going to press play at 209, and we'll see what this...
These are the males.
How to become
who
a Sigma
make
male.
their
You're hard
own
to get.
rules,
Being
run
hard to
their own
get
race,
and hard to
and
get.
dance
That's
to their
literally
own
what it
drama.
says on the page
Sigma males
right
do
now.
not care about what others think. They seem to have always been around. Doing
Okay,
their
Sigma
own
males
thing
do not
on the
care what
fringe of
others think,
society.
which is why
They
you're
get a lot
watching
of
this
attention
video.
for both good
And then
bad
it says,
things.
frustrating
What is it that we don't know yet
for
about the
ladies.
personality group that
Sophie,
keeps
you're ahead
experts
too.
coming
You're too
back
far
for
ahead.
more?
We gotta
Here
take
we
this
go.
one bit at a time.
Yeah, I'm
Sigma
cheating because
males.
it was horrifying and I was trying to fast forward.
It's
to
very
the
Sigma
Here
of
are
you
what
to-
you should know about Sigma males.
It's very
Here-
Sigma of you to jump ahead, Sophie, but we gotta take this methodically.
You know?
I'm at the part that says, here are what you should know about Sigma males.
Of
That's the heading.
masculinity. These are the males who
And?
make their own rules.
report
run
back.
their own
Well,
race,
here are what
and
you should know.
dance to
They
their own
don't
Yeah,
have
here
a
are what
problem
you should
going
know.
against the
Sigma
norm.
males do not care
Awesome.
about what others think.
Yeah.
And then all of a
They're-
sudden there's a
Always
tent
been
picture,
around,
right?
doing their own thing on the fringe
Not
of
yet.
society.
Yes.
They get
I'm watching it. I'm watching
There
this
we
on
go. There's the
mute,
tent.
but I think I
What is it
understand.
that we don't know
Yeah,
yet
so he
about
says
this
that Sigma
personality
males are
group that
traveling
keeps
nomads
experts
who
coming
search
back
for
more?
knowledge rather than material
Here are what
things.
you should know
Which is why we
about
have the clip
Sigma
art of the
males.
tent in the car
They don't
next
have
to
a problem
the clip
going
art of a
against
guy
the
on a
norm.
laptop
Sigma
at night.
males are the rarest
I would
type
not
of
be
men.
able to
They're
understand
usually
this if not for this
self-employed,
helpful
traveling
clip
nomads
art.
who
Thank
look
Oh my
God for
god.
the
knowledge
illustrations.
rather
They can
than
decide to go
material
solo
things.
for a while.
They don't take
Okay.
orders from people and
They don't
usually
take
conform
orders
to
from people
society's systems
and don't
or
usually
levels.
conform to
You can
society's
consider them as the rebel of the male groups, but they are very attractive to women because they appear to be self-sufficient and capable of making
just,
their
like,
own way
cut
in life,
this
not
scene
relying
from
on
the
anyone or
Joker.
anything to meet their needs. They can decide
They
to
can
go
But he
decide to
does
go
watch
solo
all
for a
videos.
while.
What is intriguing
They
about
can.
Sigma males is that their need to be alone is just temporary. They get an early
I'm
sense of
at
satisfaction
319
from
now.
withdrawing from society.
Oh, I'm
but then
at
come to recognize all they
345.
could
Wow, we're all-
contribute if people were more
We've-
flexible and willing
This
to
is-
do things differently. It is not that Sigma males want to be alone as such.
Okay, well,
but they don't
right
want
now
to be
they're
part
creating
of the world
fascinating
as it
things, starting
exists
businesses,
now.
quiet
They're
partners,
usually
hard
the ones who
workers.
step outside their comfort zones, create
Sigma!
fascinating things.
Okay, I'm at 4
start
minutes.
businesses, are quiet partners, and hard
No.
workers.
Create
While
Sigma
some
males,
people
create
think that Sigma
fascinating
males
things,
retreat from
start
society
businesses,
Robert
because
are
they're
quiet
lazy.
partners
pausing the
and
video
hard
to take
workers.
notes.
The opposite is
I'm
true.
trying to make this be comprehensible for people because we need to understand. Like, honestly, the more this goes on, the more I'm starting to think that what the Sigma male thing is a grift specifically targeting like nerdy and kind of antisocial young men who don't want to be an alpha male because they're not jocks or into sports or anything like that, but they want to believe that they can be like trained in order to get women. And I think that like everything that this keeps emphasizing, like they're quiet and they spend a lot of time alone and they like make things on the internet and all this stuff. Like it's this, I can see who they're marketing to. It's the guy who wrote that
Sure.
Sigma male codex. It's like lonely and kind of confused young men who aren't nearly as toxic as like the kind of guys who are obsessed with being alpha, right? Like they're not gonna take like steroids in order to gain the perfect alpha body and fat, like, or be like the incel types and obsess over like bone structure.
That's like,
but they
yeah,
still,
it's like it does just seem like a grift directed at shy young men who want to be accepted for who they are.
I think that's exactly
A
what's
very
happening
vulnerable population to be just grifting from.
here.
Can we all agree to start at 4 minutes now so that we can properly give context?
All right.
Fast
4
forward,
minutes.
Robert.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I'm pressing play.
Become a
right.
Okay.
Sigma male.
How to become
You're
a
hard to
Sigma
get.
male.
There is a difference
You're
between
hard to
being
get.
hard to get and hard
Being
to
hard
get.
to get.
The first is intentional
and hard
and
to
can be
get.
frustrating for ladies who find such men attractive. The second is natural, so Sigma males keep things close to their chest.
I love the close to
don't
the
have
chest
to
drawing of a
There-
man touching his
it's just
chest.
vector art grabbing his
Sigma
heart.
males do their own
Do
thing,
your own
even
thing.
when everyone is screaming and
Okay.
yelling at them to do something else.
Sigma males do
It's
their
not
own
that
thing
they're
when
trying
everyone's
to be
screaming and
difficult,
yelling.
It's just that they see no point in living their life
It's not that
according
they're
to
trying to be
everyone else's
difficult.
rules.
This is
3, you could be the alpha.
describing
you're not
a
the
very
alpha, but you could be the
normal-
alpha.
Is that
They have all the qualities of the alpha male.
but they choose to display none of it. If you've had several chances and the ability
This is
to
the I'm
step
not
into leadership roles,
like
but
the other
chose not
girls.
to,
Oh my
but
God,
men.
okay.
Sigma male.
Oh no!
pausing it at
I'm about
4:50.
to get ads.
Me too.
The line that just broke. Yeah, I it's very clear what's going on here with the line that, like,
I already
if you've
have a
had chances to
blender.
take leadership roles but choose not to, you're definitely a Sigma male. It's like, if you are, if you feel like your lack of confidence is holding you back from getting women or succeeding in your career, that's what makes you a Sigma male, because you're choosing not to, like that. Like, it's very clear who they're marketing to, right? Like it's
Sure.
the kind of, it's an attempt to package some of the manosphere classification of men stuff for a group of men who are like not, they're not toxic enough that they're going to like want to jump into the men going their own way communities, and they're not incels, and they're not going to dive into the Proud Boy alpha male culture shit, but they've gotten a little bit wrapped up in this stuff, and it's just like
I
it's
guess
very
what I'm curious about is like I understand the demographic they're catering to, but what do they want you to do?
well, that's very unclear, Jamie.
Okay, I was like, what is the plan? Like, I understand
Was the clip art
personality
not clear?
type, but I feel like I've consumed so much content, and yet I don't know
think-
what the goal is.
After these ads, we're going to learn what they want us to do. Don't say much is number one.
Easy.
You should only speak when you need to speak, which that our awkward little friend's book said the same thing.
Right, but it's just like, okay, you're describing continuing to be shy. Like,
Yeah.
what is the...
I think this is young men who have gotten drawn into aspects of the manosphere, but also whenever they meet like pickup artist types or like men's rights activist types, they find them infuriating, and because they're terrible. Like, it's people who are have enough on the ball to recognize how horrible the manosphere is,
Right.
but also don't have enough on the ball to not have gotten sucked in a little bit.
But
and there's
still
enough
need to
of them.
gamify all of their social
Yeah.
Be mysterious.
interactions.
Be a rebel. Like,
Mhm.
it's just so generic.
It's fascinating.
I'm kind of confused as to like
I think the way I can explain it is like the manosphere is an ocean, and it's like an ocean of piss, but it's an ocean. And this is the Sigma male subculture that seems to be in the process of developing is like a tide pool of piss, right? It's near the ocean. It's influenced by the ocean, but it's its own little ecosystem.
I'm pressing play again.
But what are they trying to? Are they just trying to have sex? Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, they're all just trying to have sex, right? Like that's the core of all of this is how do I have sex with women? These are the guys who don't want to do the pickup artist stuff or the...
but do they want like to form meaningful relationships?
No,
like,
they don't want meaningful relationships.
5 more seconds it goes, be mysterious, be a rebel, and then it says the women will fall all over you.
Yeah,
I've got another ad.
Jamie, we'll move on from this video in a second because it's clear what's going on. I think that, like, obviously, none of the people who get wrapped up in this have their primary concern being meaningful relationships. But I think the folks who fall in for the alpha male bullshit don't want meaningful relationships. They just want to fuck.
Right. They just want to fuck. Yeah.
The people who fall for the Sigma male things think that they do want a meaningful relationship, but they also objectify women and can't not gamify the entire process of courtship because
they've been a scary pyramid. Yeah.
Yeah. They've been broken by the internet in similar but different ways. This is fascinating. I did not call this when we started this little live investigation we're doing.
Yeah, I'm interested in this because it has all of the toxic elements that like early shit does, but it doesn't quite seem focused on something yet.
No,
which is
and there's not like there has been almost no focus in that video or in the other book about like women. Like it's not the same attempt to like we're not seeing the Vox Day stuff yet of like here's the different categories of women and how you like woo the different types of women. Like it's not aggressively anti-women, at least not the stuff that we've delved into yet. It's focused, but obviously it's still toxic, like, right? When you're trying to like reduce people to a hierarchy, a pyramid of masculinity, like that's unhealthy, but it's a fascinatingly different kind of unhealthy from the stuff we talked about last episode. This is very interesting to me.
See, but another thing, they're not the type of guy who would jump from one woman to another. Instead, they try to find a woman who is self-sufficient like them and independent. Sigma men find these things attractive in the opposite sex. So I'm like, again, that doesn't like...
It's not the worst advice in the world. Yeah.
I mean, I know that we have just been like, treading piss for the last couple of hours, but like, yeah, this is like the least scary shit, but it looks and it's styled and it's presented like all the scary shit. So maybe it just hasn't gotten scary yet. I don't.
Maybe that's I guess what I'm trying to decide.
Pupil state.
Is it going to like get scary? Because right now, what I'm not seeing that's nice that I expected to see is I haven't run into anything in the Sigma male stuff that makes me think somebody reading this is going to shoot up a yoga studio, right? We haven't hit that point in it yet.
No,
is that
it's
coming?
like,
or is it like, is this gonna pick some men who might have wound up in that funnel out and teach them slightly less toxic bullshit that's still toxic, but not as? I don't know. I think what we're going to watch next, after this next ad break, there's another video that was suggested to me by YouTube's recommendation algorithm based on the first video, and it's much more popular.
Cool.
It's called 5 Habits of the Sigma Male by Einzelgänger. And it has 841,000 views. Yeah, I think this might be this might lead us to some answers. But first, find the answers to literally every single problem that exists in your life by finding the products and services that support this podcast. Because only through products and services can you gain true happiness.
Wow.
Welcome back from break. We're about to start 5 Habits of the Sigma Male. And start.
I'm sure that you have heard of the alpha and beta males at some point in your life. In popular culture, these terms, based on the alphabet, are used to describe male personality
staring into
types.
an empty box in the
can
woods
be considered the
under this
man
audio.
of the dominance hierarchy, while the beta males are right below him. Generally, an alpha male takes charge, while a beta male follows and serves. Many men do not fit the alpha and beta roles.
Wow.
So that is why
Men contain
there are
multitudes.
more alphabet-based personality types.
That's why
to
there's
consider.
more
Without a doubt,
alphabet-based
one of the most
personality
interesting
types.
ones is the Sigma
Get it?
male. The Sigma male is the one who does not identify with a certain place in the hierarchy. Moreover, he uses the hierarchy to his advantage. He loves freedom.
It's so weird because I feel like they're trying to present something outside of this like bullshit masculinity binary that's developed.
Let's dive in.
And then
This
it's like,
video
but
is
this is
based
just
on
a new part of it. It's not the binary still exists, but this is
Wait,
One.
but
did
this
the
is where
music
Sigma
just
is.
change or is it
When the
just
majority
me?
Goes
Yeah.
right. A Sigma male is by nature a non-conformist.
This is
I'm
the first
uncomfortable.
habit, going
unless
left
he
when
has a
everyone
good
goes
reason.
right.
Yes, he can be social and enjoy social gatherings.
And under
as
this
well.
audio, we have
But
a
in the
picture of a
grand
man
scheme of
walking
things,
alone in the snowy
he rather
woods.
Yeah,
goes
again,
his own way.
very,
The Sigma
very
male
Twilight-like.
recognizes that herd behavior
It looks
is
like
often
Mr.
the
Robot
consequence
fan
of
art.
being led
Yeah.
like sheep by a
He's a
shepherd.
real Sigma.
Because he does not like authority,
Yeah, that's
he
true.
sees himself
Rami
unfit
Malek and
for the
Mr.
majority.
Robot.
When he travels, he avoids
Classic
the big tourist
Sigma.
attractions. When he goes for a hike, he prefers uncharted areas.
He's an
rarely
explorer. He's a
susceptible
rebel.
for
He
hypes,
likes the
trends,
uncharted
and
areas.
mass hysteria.
I know,
This
he's
does
literally
not mean that he
Pee Wee
denounces
Herman.
the world. When he feels like he blends in, he knows the herd. He knows how to act like one of the herd.
Okay,
And
so
Change
he
knows
the
how to dress,
graphic,
talk,
my
All right, I'm going to
God.
skip ahead to find
But
what
he is not
habit
Oh,
number
it's
2.
okay if you skip
and that's
ahead.
the secret.
Habit number 2 is he often
He
goes
often
on
goes
dates
on
with
dates.
himself,
with himself.
which is like, again, not
So it's
everything.
like-
It's like, yes, that's a healthy thing to do if you're not gamifying the entirety of your existence, because the
Right,
internet
like
has so
it's-
thoroughly
it's
broken you.
still this freaky like man pyramid that you
Yeah.
have to squish into a layer of. It's so God, it's really I don't know.
Yeah,
This is
3
really
is he
depressing.
travels alone somewhere far, far away.
There's a lot
4,
of
he
lonely
adapts.
people. Like
Yeah.
this is
Where
such
do they all
a
come
weird
from?
way of explaining loneliness. It's
He
like
keeps
very
silent when he doesn't
disorienting.
understand. Yeah. What is
Yeah, it's you're lonely.
All right. Well, the next thing that has been suggested to me after
No,
this
God
very
damn it, Robert. No.
Yeah, we're doing this. Sophie, I'm driving this bus. I'm the Sigma.
Yeah, well, I'm your overlord
Or
and
it's
we're
on your
not doing it.
Yeah, we have to. We have to, Sophie. Do you
I'm-
really want to
I'm
listen to all
baiting.
of that? We know what it's about.
I don't want to listen to any of this, but here we are.
Here
It's
we
about
are.
men in the woods. It's literally about men going their own way, if you will.
It is about men going their own way. That's the thing. I can see this leading
but
into
this
the
time
stuff
in a
that's
less scary way.
this
I don't
is
know.
so strange.
I'm very curious because it seems like, just even based on what we've been talking about, that these movements start a little bit like blobby. They don't quite know what they're doing, and then something happens and they settle on a goal.
Yeah.
The Sigmas don't seem to have
Hit their
found
goal
that.
yet? Other than
Yeah.
that, they like to vacation alone and read books.
You're like, okay, I do like the attempt to turn being lonely into a culture.
Yeah. Yeah, and into a type of male who is irresistible to women, but also is hard to get, but by his own choice.
Yeah.
I guess that's maybe going to lead to less mass shooters.
Yeah.
Jamie, do you feel like this is quite literally the I'm not like the other girls trope, but
Yeah.
like in gender reverse?
But for boys.
No. Well, I think it is like the same logic, but like I'm not like other girls trope to me seems like a lot like it is to say something very simple as a way to like say that you are like I feel like I'm not like other girls. It's just another way of being like, girls are too much drama. You know, like
Fair.
women who say they don't hang out with other women because girls are too much drama. And that's why they're like, I'm not like other girls. You can fucking shove me in a trunk and I won't scream. Like that kind of, oh gosh, it makes me, that's like a different kind of sadness to me. But
Yeah.
but they are just saying, I'm not like other boys. I'm
Yeah.
lonely. And it's like, you're like a lot of boys. You're
Yeah.
like a lot of people. You know, everyone's lonely.
I'm hitting some scary
Kevin?
stuff at this point down the YouTube rabbit hole.
Oh no.
There's two things that have come up on my recommendations list that both really concern me. One of them is Sigma male affirmations, 2 hours of reprogramming spoken by
No.
Sigma spirit. Now, this is made by Mindful Waves Studio, and we're at about 157,000 views on this.
They're making Sigma male ASMR. Wait.
And they call it reprogramming, which is kind of scary. Yeah,
that's
I don't
not
like
the start of a positive movement. Okay, so maybe this is because I'm like, maybe the video we first watched was kind of a 101 thing. That's like, hey, are you lonely? Stay on this algorithm path.
Yeah. I think that's, I don't know. I hope it's not like this. This seems like a different kind of grifter than the traditional pickup artist or the manosphere grift. This is almost more self-help. I want to read the Mindful Wave Studios description of their affirmations.
I'm afraid.
Are you a Sigma male?
No.
Sigma males have a unique set of skills and qualities that set them apart within the social hierarchy. In many ways, they are the most interesting and attractive types of men. Mysterious, introverted, intelligent, and charismatic in unpredictable ways. Follow along with my reprogramming Sigma male affirmations to absorb these strengths, understand your Sigma self, and win as your own unique person. That's scary.
Wait,
and then you go further down and it explains.
There's also an 8-hour video.
Yeah, there's an 8-hour video which
in case you want a full REM
scares
cycle.
the hell out of me. It has the cover art from Justified. So I guess the cop from Justified and John Wick are the two big Sigma male.
I thought you were saying Justified like the Justin Timberlake album, but I was really confused.
I feel comfortable saying this because it's a man speaking. This is the most vocal fry I've ever heard in my entire life is the Sigma male affirmations. Hold on.
Okay. I have to. I haven't listened to it yet. All right. I'm starting.
Not sure why you're special.
My introversion has magical capabilities.
I can hear the vocal fry through whoever's listening to it, and I don't have it playing.
I have no issue with vocal fry, but
neither do I.
We know who's complaining about it the most.
Yeah, that's don't know why you're special. It's because you're a Sigma male.
And attractive type of man.
We're the most interesting and attractive types of men.
Introverted, intelligent, independent.
I have the stoic masculinity of a samurai without a master.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, I fast forwarded to an hour in. I'm like, okay, so what does he say once he thinks you're asleep?
All right, I'm going to hit 110 and see what he tells me.
My introspective nature allows me to harness deep reserves of power.
My nature allows me to harness deep reserves of powers and capabilities.
Wow.
My introversion has
I wonder if this is NoFap too.
Creates a deep bond with people.
My introversion has magical capabilities.
Yes, that's iconic. I'm gonna get a shirt.
My introversion has magical
massively high sexual marketplace value.
Oh no!
I am like a covert operative who depends on himself and only himself.
This is a totally different kind of toxic than I thought it was.
A samurai without a master.
I have the social skills of an assassin that penetrates a walled-off society to complete his mission?
I am hard to understand, and this makes people try harder.
Climb the highest peaks alone.
My skills with women are based on my deep core competencies.
I have the courage of a sniper.
I've been saying this.
Okay, I just feel like they all want to be Jughead from Riverdale.
I have deep layers people try to crack open.
I am great with women.
I am like a covert operative who depends on himself.
Jamie looks scared.
And only himself.
Women are constantly being sucked into my vortex.
No. Oh God!
I have the
my mysterious masculinity is a door women are incredibly curious to open.
So it is just like repeating very specific, scary,
my skills with
whatever, like toxic affirmations. But there's no action. There's nothing to
action.
do.
It's not like the other pickup artist stuff. Like they're not teaching men tactics to pick up women. They're trying to convince introverted loners that if they just accept being an introverted loner, that's the hottest thing you can be.
Yes,
which is like
it's Jughead from Riverdale. Like I have it is literally whatever Sprouse brother playing Jughead from Riverdale.
Yeah.
Robert doesn't know what that is, but yes.
So weird.
You don't need to, but that is the point.
I did not expect this to be the lessons that we took out of today.
It's weird, but I don't know. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah, and of course, there's Jordan. In my recommendations, there's Jordan Peterson videos. There's a lot of.
Yeah, this is a gateway drug.
I've seen at least 40 hours worth of videos of Sigma male affirmations.
Oh my God.
This is just...
You can
happening?
pass out for a day and a half and not run out of Sigma male affirmations.
Yeah. Sigma male strength guided meditations.
This is an untapped market. I'm about to log the fuck in and be like, Sigma males.
All right.
I'm drawn into your vortex.
Yeah. The one guy no girl can resist, the Sigma, from the Far From Average YouTube channel with 1.29 million subscribers, and there's nearly 1 million views on this video. We're going to end by going over this last video, guys. I'm going to send you this link.
Okay.
What were you saying, Jamie?
Well, my question, I guess, is like repeating to yourself that you're the greatest person in the other world, like in the entire fucking world, is not going to make women like you more.
It is
so
not.
What happens when inevitably you realize that? What happens then?
Yeah, because it's like there's a level to which some of the stuff they're saying, this idea that like I am awesome and great because I'm my own, like I'm an introverted smart person who doesn't need other people or seek to be an alpha. That's not like
I mean, I've read equivalents of that in teen magazines.
There's a version of this that's like on the road to healthy thinking, but it's all wrapped up in I am the best and most attractive type of man out of the categories of man that there are because I'm a Sigma man. And that's like that. It's both on the verge of like someone heading in a healthier direction and also on the verge of Elliot Rodgers shit, right? Like this, I'm the most attractive and perfect kind of man because I'm a Sigma male. What happens when when you keep being a Sigma male and the women don't realize that you're the most attractive kind of man? Exactly.
That's where something bad happens. But they don't say that. It's so confusing. Okay, so it does remind me because like whatever on both sides of this quote unquote like binary, right? It's like women are asked to reach a level of perfection that they could not possibly exist, but then the Sigmas are over here saying, I have achieved that. I am the most perfect person to ever exist. And people just don't see it. Like, but what happens when they just continue to be lonely? How do you explain that?
That's the scary thing, right? What happens when none of this works and you keep being lonely and not as like? What happens when sitting alone on your computer and reading books doesn't give you as many girls as the alphas you imagine exist, right? Then do you start shooting up a yoga studio?
It seems like a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
I'm very confused
this
by this.
Very different but fascinating. I sent you a link. I want to close on this last video because it has like 1 million views.
Okay.
And it's titled "The One Guy No Girl Can Resist." So ladies, we'll watch this and you'll let me know if you think the guy this video is describing can be resisted because I can't evaluate that objectively.
Okay, perfect.
So are we all ready?
I'm ready.
All right, play.
You're about to learn.
Far From Average is the name of the channel with 1.29 million subscribers.
Your outlook on girls and how to interact with them. What many people fail to realize is that we live in a world that is governed by a social hierarchy. This system determines where people and groups of people
starting with the hierarchy.
Some call it the chain of command or the pecking order.
Jesus
but really,
Christ.
It's just an unseen ranking system. Everywhere you look,
it's always with the fucking pyramids and skulls with
this
these
governs
people.
everything you do.
Stops.
Everywhere you look,
cases,
this is the system.
It is those individuals or groups in the upper echelon of the system that wield the greatest power. In high school or college, these are the ball players, the super attractive.
So toxic.
From the moment mankind developed a civilized society, the ones at the top have always received the greatest rewards. The ball players can pretty much pick and choose whatever girl that they want.
It's also just really interesting, like the narrators and the tone of voice they have, and how
every single person on the planet is part of this social hierarchy.
It is like kind of a more normal sounding, because it's like when you go back to like pickup artist YouTube back in the day, it was like these guys who were fucking jacked and couldn't move.
Oh God, this is really toxic stuff. The number one, everyone in the world is part of this hierarchy. Alphas were born with genetics that make them dominant. Like,
pick when it comes to
again,
myths.
what
At
is
the
with the
bottom of
weird
hierarchy,
clip art
you'll
situation
find the
going
beta
on in
males.
these
These are the
videos?
nice guys. Or push
This has a
the re-
million
what you
views.
might call the
Suggested
weakest
videos
males.
for me
The defining trait
are
of the beta male
Joe
is that
Rogan,
he's
The Mirror
submissive,
Method,
whereas the
Sway
alpha
House,
Yep.
dominant.
TikTok
Sway
group.
House?
This
Wow.
is so
Sway, wow.
weird.
Different type of male.
Not Sway
Yeah.
House.
Oh God.
The
And there's
black
another
sheep, but
video
this
from
is a good thing.
Einzelganger that's
Located
Sigma
close to
male
the
or
top of the
Joker.
social
Oh
hierarchy
no.
is
Yes,
the
see, I
Sigma
know
male.
it
Many guys
always.
watching
Okay,
this
first
video
of all,
right now
Does anybody have
I'm
to
about to
get
get
how to
roasted
get
in
a
the
girl
comments, but-
obsessed with you
Until the
stealth
video is over.
seduction?
The Sigma, at his core, is
No.
like an infinite alpha male.
No.
Rather than being one
Okay,
or the other,
there.
the Sigma
Okay.
is like the alpha.
That has
but without all of the
230.
weaknesses
Okay,
of the beta
this
male.
this
The most
I-
defining
this is a
trait
gateway
of the Sigma
drug. Is
history.
my
Yeah.
summary of it all.
Yeah.
This is all
But-
very toxic.
So how do you
But-
This
know
sounds
if
yeah.
you
This
were
this sounds
actually
like
a Sigma male and
whenever
don't
you're at
even know it?
Xenu level
And why
with
is
Sigma
it
stuff,
interacting with males?
something
The
really
Sigma
fucked up
male is someone
happens,
who
but it
is
just takes a
introvert
while.
but
Like
Yeah.
This simply means that they don't like
What
to
a-
spend
there was
as
a
much
piece
time
written
around
about
other
Sigma
talking
males
lots
in
of
Mel
people.
magazine a
In
couple
other
of
words,
weeks
most of
ago
the Sigma males focus is
by
internal,
by my
rather
friend
than
Miles Klee,
external. Like an
who
extrovert, the
says
Sigma is never
I
influenced by
don't
the
like
opinions
it's
of
no one
others,
seems to
and
know
he
what this
defies
fucking
all
thing is. It's like
expectations of
I
a
don't
red
think
pilled
anybody
man who
even-
doesn't
yeah.
actually want to be an alpha
Which
because
allows
being
them
an
to avoid
alpha and
drama
becoming an
easily
alpha
and
is
gives
too
them a
much
distinct
work.
edge in handling
So
these
therefore,
situations.
you just say
Overthinking
I am
the
already
very
an
thing
alpha.
that some would call a weakness.
But
is
then
actually
what?
the Sigma.
Like-
I'm as good as an
Because it
alpha,
allows
but
you to
I'm
peel back
I'm
the
a
layers
different
of
kind of
every
man
aspect of life
that's
and
actually
situation,
better
allowing
because
you
I'm
to
cool
learn
and
from
mysterious
every
and women
mistake
like
and
me
become
better, but also
stronger
I
and
don't
more adaptable.
spend a lot of
Like
time
your
around
typical
women because I'm a loner.
The Sigma man
and
doesn't speak.
They've
Yeah.
they've fled a bullshit pyramid of their own making
Yeah,
to begin
fascinating.
constructing a new bullshit pyramid.
I
This
just want
is
you guys
just-
to watch Riverdale now because literally
Just
they've
just
made
an
a whole
amazing-
series about this. That's what that series is.
My God.
There's the alpha
Jamie-
guy and the Sigma guy. They're best friends, and it's just bleh.
something just as
Yeah. Well, I think we've gained a proper understanding of the Sigma male today.
Gateway
Jamie,
drug,
Sophie.
Jughead, Riverdale summary.
Yeah, so I guess our three Sigma examples are Jugdale, Jughead from Riverdale, John Wick, and the guy from Justified, according to our YouTube recommendations algorithm.
Oh, God. I mean, three characters who are objectively a danger to themselves and others. Sick. Facts.
Well, this has been a
God.
fascinating exploration. I think we've all learned everything that we need to know.
Well, I'm glad that far right red pilling operations finally have their version of astrology to enjoy. Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them. Too bad there's going to be a fucking body count inevitably with shit like
Yeah,
this.
I'm excited.
I'm in pain.
Well, that'll about do it for us here at Behind the Bastards.
That's yep.
Jamie, you want to plug anything? Any Sigma videos you're going to be checking out next?
No, and in fact, I would ask that people don't link me to more Sigma information. I don't want any. If you know more than I do, all of the questions I've posed in this podcast episode, I don't actually want the answers. And please don't tell me them if you know what they are. I'd like to live completely in the dark here. But you can follow me on Twitter and you can listen to Lolita Podcast, and that's what you can do.
Yeah. You can tweet at me and let me know if you think my Jughead analysis is accurate.